Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Bible study. Today we are continuing in Song of Solomon. We are in chapter 6. Let's dive in. Song of Solomon, chapter 6. It starts with friends. Where has your beloved gone? Most beautiful. And which it says here, it's not just most beautiful, it's the rarest of beauty, of women. Which way did your beloved turn, that we may look for him with you? So what happened? So the previous one, Song of Songs, chapter 5, it ended like the friends and brides to be that they wanna see why she is suffering for the lover so much, and he loves even more. And they turned to her, and she looked beautiful, but the beauty inside the soul. And now friends and everybody else, like, we wanna find your beloved, we wanna look for him, we wanna find Jesus, pretty much. Like, where's Jesus that you described? Where's Jesus that everything radiates inside you so much? Where is, I see your passion, your love for Jesus. We want to know this Jesus. Okay. And she says, the bride, my beloved has gone down to his garden, to the beds of spices, which translation says garden tomb, in his death, in Jesus' death. He was longing to gather his bride, which is us, from her broken place. And continue with the verse 2, to browse in the gardens and to gather lilies. Verse 3, so he's going through the death that we could be that he could be with us, taking us from our broken place back to where we're supposed to be. Verse 3, I am my beloved's, and my beloved is mine. And in translation says, I am fully devoted to my beloved, and my beloved is fully devoted to me. He browses among the lilies. And here, Adam fell in the garden, and Jesus went to the garden tomb to gather the chosen of Adam's race. Is exactly what I said. It's pretty much is what portrays here in this one. All right, verse 4. So Jesus is describing again the bride. You are as beautiful as Tirzan, my darling, as lovely as Jerusalem. And here is exactly what it says. Jerusalem is Jerusalem. It is the new Jerusalem when God will men dwell in holy union. And it says, as majestic as troops with banners. And it also in translation, you are awe-inspiring as an army with banners. When I see you in your beauty, what Jesus says about us, I see a radiant city where we will dwell as one. Wow. Also, the same translation is also says about, you ravished my heart, stealing away my strength to resist you. Even the hosts of angels stand in awe of you. Wow, I love this. Even the hosts of angels stand in awe of you. Because we become so radiant, so passionate. So much love is pouring out of us for everybody. Neither Jesus, he says, can resist us. We stole his heart. Verse 5, turn your eyes from me. They overwhelm me. But in here, it says overcome, which use the word Rahab, and Rahab to overcome him is love's delight. And Rahab, we know that it was in a book of Joshua when saved the spies, Jewish spies, and she found favor with the Jewish people, and her house was saved. And they use the same word that we used previously. And also this verse 5, it says, turn your eyes from me. I can't take it anymore. I can't resist the passion of these eyes that I adore. I'm held captive by your love. I'm truly overcome. And it's what Jesus says about us. He says, like, turn your eyes from me. Because our eyes, the eyes is actually is more the mirror what's inside us. It's what it is. It mirrors what's inside us. And he says that, turn your eyes from me. I can't take it anymore. I can't resist the passion of these eyes that I adore. I'm held captive by your love. I'm truly overcome. Wow. I love that part. I didn't know we were so precious in God's eyes, but we are coming to that point when is that reflects in us, is in the spirit, in us. We're seeing verse 5, your hair is like a flock of goats descending from Gilead is our devotion to God. 6, your teeth, which it doesn't actually say about teeth, is the spirit. And it says your white and shiny spirit. That's what it says. But here's, we'll read what it says. Your teeth are like a flock of sheep coming up from the washing. Each has its twin. No one of them is missing. The translation actually says white and shiny spirit. We are chewing the word of God and process its truth. So it's pretty much what it means here. All right, let's move on. Verse 7, your temples behind your veil are like the halves of a pomegranate. Now, more the translation is, your beautiful blushing cheeks reveal how real your passion is for me, hidden behind the veil of humility. Verse 8, so we carry a veil of humility because otherwise Jesus would not like us if we are not humble and we're not come in humility. Okay. Verse 8, it says 60 queens there may be and 80 concubines, which means brides, and virgins, which means women, beyond number. But in more like translations, is like, I could have chosen any of the vast multitude of royal ones. It's pretty much trying to say, like, I could choose any of the queens, other brides, and other women beyond number. But he had chosen us. Verse 9, but my dove, my perfect one, is unique, the only daughter of her mother, the favorite of the one who bore her. And it says, others see your beauty and sing of your joy. Other people see our beauty, which is inside, and sing of our joy, because we have like beauty inside, Jesus' beauty inside us, and we sing of God's joy, of Jesus, that they gives us that joy inside us. The young women saw her and called her blessed. The queens and concubines praised her. And actually it means here, brides and queens chant your praise. Sometimes it's just if you get the right translation, it makes more meaning to when you read it. Verse 10, the friend says, who is this that appears like dawn, fair as the moon? But it says here's, they miss the translation, the shiny moon, and bright but they miss the and brilliant in the translation as the sun, but it's added more like the sun and in all its strength, majestic as stars in procession. Translation is astonishing to behold as a majestic army waving banners of victory. Wow. And there says he, which is Jesus, but in the translation is because Solomon means it's the masculine and feminine in the same word. That's why everything is about Jesus and the bride, which is the church, us. So when you get the translation, this is actually the Shulamite bride is talking. And she says, it's not Jesus, it's the Shulamite bride. I went down to the grove of nut trees, where actually the translation says where the orchids of king grow and mature, to look at the new growth in the valley to see if the vines had budded or the pomegranates were in bloom. The translation says, are the budding vines blooming with new growth? Has their springtime of passionate love arrived? Verse 12, before I realized it, my desire set me among the royal chariots of my people. And the translation says, suddenly my longing transported me. Wow. I don't know how it is. It could be transported in the spirit. It can be transported. My divine desire brought me next to my beloved prince. Sitting with him in his royal chariot, we were lifted up together. So it's moving up with his chariots. There's a chariot of fire that Elijah went up to heaven, and is Jesus' chariot, royal chariot, and the bride and Jesus and the bride were lifted up together. Wow, wow, wow. Friends, as they were saying, come back, O Shulamite. Come back, that we may gaze on you. Because she becomes like Jesus. She becomes everything that Jesus is, inside out, inside her spirit, soul, is like Jesus. And that's why people want to see more of her. And Jesus says, why would you gaze on the Shulamite as on the dance of Mahanaim? Now, I dig, like in what is Mahanaim, okay? The dance of two armies. And then what is that supposed to be anyway? So when Jacob returned to the promised land, he entered Mahanaim, the place where two camps of angels gathered. So that was the place when two camps of angels gathered. And the translation is, why would you seek a mere Shulamite like me? Oh yeah, because they changed. So now this is the Shulamites talking here. Why would you seek a mere Shulamite like me? Why would you like to see my dance of love? Because when it's like a dance of love, when you dance in the love. And Jesus answers here as the groom, because you dance so gracefully as though you dance with angels. So pretty much but it says like a dance of Mahanaim, because you dance with the angels, like two camps of angels gathering. It's like you dance so gracefully, like you dance with angels. Wow, I like that. So many times probably we do dance. I'm not sure like dance refers to really dance. It's more like joy and dancing, like when you worship God is pretty much. That's what I think it is. But it says we can dance for Jesus, and there's nothing wrong with that. David did. And there's a specific dance, like it's not like I would say should like this century, you know, it's it's like a horror, it's like a dance with the arm lifted up and praising God. It's that kind of dance it is of joy. Ah, wow, the end. Wow. I don't know. I'm not sure about you, but feel like I want to have more and more. And so this is the end of it. And we have two more chapters and ends with chapter 8. So I hope you enjoyed as much as I enjoy it. Till next time, I say goodbye. Goodbye now.